Hey, it is C with C. Thanks for traveling with me. In this vlog, I will cover the 3 ports that Carnival Legend stops at coming out of the Baltimore, which include Nassau, Bahamas, Half Moon Cay, and Freeport. Come along. Good morning. It is day 3 and we are finally at our first port, which is Nassau. I am having breakfast in the main dining room before meeting my family for us all to get off the ship. But today I think we're just going to do Junkanoo, and some of the older members of our family are going to go shopping. So yeah, come along. What has been going on since the last time I turned the camera on? They had a bunch of Motown music yesterday, and I think we all conked out. I know I missed the mega deck party to watch Hidden Figures in my room. So I am well rested and ready for all that Nassau has to offer. Hopefully it'll be a good beach day. We'll see. Here is my breakfast. For this sailing, we did a lot of breakfast either in the main dining room or did sea day brunch. The buffet was a lot to navigate, so we preferred the sit-down option. Just remember to bring a tip for your waiter as they rotate daily. So after 2 sea days, we arrived at our first port, which was Nassau. And there was a lot of changes at the port. This was filmed in April 2023, and as you can see, the renovations have almost been completed at this point. Alright, so we have a lot of development here at the Nassau Cruise Port since December. This new gate, totally new. And you just walk out here, it says exit, and it seems like it dumps you into a new makeshift straw market. Oh, there's toilets. That's kind of cool. So a totally different experience. So yeah, totally different experience here at Nassau Cruise Port compared to when I was here in December. It looks like it's designed now to let you off at like a makeshift straw market. So they are developing a new straw market here. It looks like you won't have to do too much with the Nassau Cruise Port. It's kind of cool. And it's a little safer because it doesn't drop you off in the middle of the street, so you don't have to cross the street anymore. So I like it. So yep, way different experience. So my mom make a left. So we went to Old Faithful Seagulls to take advantage of their drink specials. It's also easier to navigate with a couple people in scooters as they are right next to the sidewalk. For the full Seagulls experience, click the link above for the Carnival Mardi Gras family trip last year. I also decided to stop and get a daiquiri. If you see these stands, they have really great fruit juices before heading back on the ship. And here you can see the construction at the Nassau Cruise Port from a different angle. They have a lot going on that will be developed. Port number 2 was Carnival's private island, Half Moon Cay. And a tip for getting off early: if you book an excursion or a cabana, you'll be the first off the ship. The only downside is that if you book an excursion or cabana, it's a pretty early call time, so you will be up and in the theater around 7:30 in the morning. Just a note in case you party too much the night before. Good morning from Half Moon Cay, and one of the tricks for being the first people on the island is to get an excursion. So It is probably like 8 or so in the morning, and we were on the first boat to get on the island because we have an excursion booked. So just a little tip or trick if you want first dibs on space here at Half Moon Cay. Here is a first look at the island. When you walk through these gates here, the excursion booth will be on to your left. I will say they did a really great job of making sure that the announcements for the excursions were well heard, loud and clear, and pretty organized. Good job, Carnival. You will have to sign a waiver at this booth, and then it's off to your own adventure. For this trip, I decided to do the sea kayaks, and I really enjoyed myself. This is cool, guys. You're kayaking. Excuse the quality of the video. I had a makeshift GoPro using a cell phone waterproof case. Shout out to Vanessa Vacation Vibes for that little tip. This water is gorgeous. Anybody see fish? Oh. So it's dead right now. Oh. So that's when sharks come in? Yeah. So choose your own adventure. Oh shit.
That's a white sea urchin, also known as the sea egg. It does have a sentry spot right on top where the sun's sunlight. Right on the next side. They'll move around the ocean floor on their spine. Right down the center, they do have a mouth that they will be able to feed on algae, seagrass, and we do not eat them here in the Bahamas because we are not that curious. Okay? So, anybody wish to hold it?
Thank you.
Basically, if you can think it,
wow,
we'll be able to come. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Now, the way that we tell the difference between the males and the females, right along the body, it'll be nice and smooth. That means that it is indeed female. If it was a male, he would have a situation going on the side there, okay?
Okay.
Now, just like how the good old saying goes.
Here's the buffet area. It's open from like 11 to 1:30. Half Moon Cay may be my favorite private island. It's always a beautiful weather. It's always swimmable. It's a little warm. There's not a ton of shade. I like, even though I went solo for my excursion, I knew to come out here by the shipwreck bar because I was going to find my family, and surely I did. I feel like hands down Carnival has the best island for just a beach day. No, it doesn't have all the flair of some other islands, but just for a perfect beach day, I have never had a bad beach day on Half Moon Cay. Not only is the Pirate Bar a good spot to meet up, but it's also the center of action for the beach activities. During our time there was a, a sandcastle competition, as well as some musical chairs, tug of war, and just a ton of fun and good people watching. And then you can just hop in the ocean whenever you're ready to take a dip.
Oh, DJ Sexy call you. Keep going.
Get out.
I didn't see that one. All right, the little one was on it first. All right, the little one, so you have that one. Congratulations. You're good.
See, y'all laugh at me for calling Freeport the gas station of the seas, but look what we're doing. Filling up here and heading back in a few hours. All right, not much to do in Freeport, but one of you lovely people recommended that we stop and drink here at Dick and Willie's, so that's what we're gonna do today. Get a little Wi-Fi, get a little drink, and then get back on the ship and head back to Baltimore. So yep, as you heard, Freeport was the last and final stop on this 7-day cruise out of Baltimore. And for Freeport, it's only a half a day, about 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. before jumping back on the ship and making a beeline straight up the coast. So yeah, thanks again for whoever made this recommendation of Dick's and Willie's. We had a good old time at this daiquiri bar. So, yep, we were all a little punch drunk before the end of the day, but that's what family is for. It was a great girls trip. We are already planning our trip for next year, and thanks again whoever in the live said that head to Dick and Willie's. It was a good spot. All right, bye-bye Freeport. To head back to Baltimore. It's been such a relaxing cruise. And I'll say one thing about having Freeport as the final stop is it's a good relaxing half day before you have to get back on the ship. We had a couple of drinks at Dick and Willie's and then got back on to make the day and a half trek back to Baltimore. So now it's time for some deck and sunshine. This is C with C. Thanks for traveling with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, which was a 7-day trip to the Bahamas on Carnival Legend. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.